gentlemen, welcome to Fight Club.
Fight! Fight!
All right, coming up next is the UFC Heavyweight Showdown. Well, pretty much every time out in the UFC, DC, this man has put on a striking clinic, and that is his methodology coming in here tonight. He'll try to keep the fight on.
And that's why we tune in, right? That's why we tune in. We tune in to see guys that are dynamic. We tune in for the speed. We tune in for the knowledge of the striking game, the ability to set traps, the ability to find the jab, the ability to find the right hand, the right kick, the left kick, the knees, the elbows. He truly uses every weapon that he has in his arsenal to try and finish his opponent. You make one mistake, night's over. You cannot make mistakes against a guy that has the striking acumen of this guy right here.
And the jab is not as underutilized a weapon as it was in MMA, say 5 or 7 years ago, but he's got as good a jab as anyone in the business, and that is where all of his striking flows off of. We'll see how it goes for him in this matchup tonight. Well, you can argue this is the most influential martial artist of all time, the great Bruce Lee, making his walk to the octagon here tonight, Jeet.
Everybody wants to be Bruce Lee. They say they want to be like Mike. If you're a fighter, you want it to be like Bruce Lee. You want it to be that fast. You want it to be that charismatic. You want it to have an ability to just freeze your opponents. Your speed, your movement, just the diversity in the attacks that you can give your opponents would just confuse people. I mean, I watched him beat a 7-foot Kareem Abdul-Jabbar to stay undefeated.
Right.
If you could do that, you could do anything.
I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times. Bruce Lee in a nutshell.
Just so wise.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon, Dan Bergliata. This is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the sold-out Madison Square Garden Arena in New York City, it's time! 5 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a kickboxer, making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 176 pounds. The Cannon! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 145 pounds. Fighting out of Los Angeles, California, Bruce the Dragon Lee!
All right, commit to the rules in the locker room. I want you to obey my commands at all times, protect yourself at all times. I want a nice, clean, safe fight. Touch gloves, back your corners, come out fight.
You ready? You ready?
All right, crowd getting excited as this fight gets underway, and you hate to call any fighter on this UFC roster a specialist, but on one side, you have a definite striker taking on a true 5-tool player.
And you see a guy in the striker who knows exactly who he is. He knows where the fight needs to be. He knows what he has to do in order to be successful. Let's see if he can keep his opponent off of him.
Oh, man, you jumped out of your seat a little bit after that.
Oh, I did, because I have times where I've been kicked like that, and I'm gonna tell you one thing, it does not feel good. Big punch lands over the top. How's he gonna follow this one up?
Well, perhaps a sign of things to come as he lands a kick there.
Nice kick landed by the gentleman.
Oh, really using his reach advantage there with that punch, DC. Edge of your seat action as expected so far. Oh, nice jab there. He told us on Thursday he wanted to break this dude's nose. That is certainly a step in the right direction.
Mission accomplished. You are battering that nose.
Very nice leg kick there by Lee. Oh, combination lands, and it seemed like almost every strike found the target.
He's so accurate when he decides to attack. It is a sight to behold. Big punch lands. Ooh. Real nice body kick lands.
Oh, big head kick there.
Nice head kick.
Oh, nice job to get the guard up there as the strike is blocked by Lee.
Big liver kick lands under the elbow.
He is all about that left kick to the body.
Let's get busy with those hands now, man. Come on, let him go.
Oh, he hurt him! Look at how he turns his hip over when he throws that kick. Real sneaky body kick. You gotta check these low leg kicks. Big, powerful punch lands. Now he gets back to range. Ooh, head kick lands, he's hurt.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Another head kick lands. He's gotta start blocking these, DC. One more and it could be lights out.
It could be over, and most people would be sleeping on the mat after taking such a dominant strike. Credit to his chin, but you don't want to get kicked that many times in the head.
Got the single collar tie. Oh, big knee there.
Straight punch lands.
Well, he's always on the counterattack, but a nice leg kick there by Lee. Just unable to quite find that range.
Big head kick lands.
Straight left counter is true. Well, we talked about that reach advantage as you see him land the straight punch there. Great job using his length in that situation. Goes back to that left kick once again. Man, he is so sound defensively. Nice job to raise the guard there.
It's the relaxation that allows him to see things coming and block most of the strikes that are coming at him.
Keep your hands up for me. Come on now. Let's move. Let's recompose.
Look at him whip his hip into that kick.
20 seconds left.
Look at him drive his shin into his opponent's body with that body kick.
All right, single collar tie now. First round winding down here. Right hook to the head, blocked. All right, let's check out some of the action now from that previous round, and he really kept finding a home for those kicks.
Yeah, and why would you change it? If your opponent is not going to check, if he's going to stand there and he's not on his toes and he's stationary, you keep driving those kicks into his thighs, into his body until he makes some sort of adjustment.
All right, so after he landed a high number of kicks in the previous round, we'll see if he can keep it going here as our next round gets underway.
He should stay the course. He's so educated with his legs and his feet that he's given his opponent a very difficult time trying to anticipate what's coming his way.
Oh, beautiful strike there as he lands up top, and he does so right after catching the leg. So maybe you thought he would catch the leg and go for a takedown. Instead, he goes for the punch, and he certainly found the range on that one.
Look at the turnover in that kick.
We'll see if he can finish.
Liver kick. Ooh, what a punch.
Lands a big elbow there.
Over and over, he's landing these big body kicks.
Oh, look at the redness underneath that left elbow. He is badgering that left side of the body. Continues to mix it up, going to the head, mixing in some body shots.
Big kick land.
All right, so he's landed some good shots tonight, but this is not a combo meal, right? No three-piece, no soda. It's one and done more often than not.
John, don't you come to me without a combo. I want the whole platter. Give him the whole platter, young man. Put some punches together. Make this guy take the whole thing. Give him more than one strike. You have now found the setup punch. The jab is landing consistently. Find something that's going to go behind it.
Oh, beautiful jab by him there, really taking advantage of what is an obvious edge and reach. All right, he closes the distance, gets the single collar tie. Just out of range with the big right hand.
Good punch. Beautiful head kick.
Well, he was a little bit lackluster in round one. You can't say the same here in this second round. He has really picked up the pace, an uptick in the aggression and the output, and starting to find his range here in the pocket. Oh, single collar tie here. Muay Thai club.
It's very tricky when he throws that body kick.
Lee gets hit with a kick here. That one landed flush. Let's see if he can make some adjustments.
Look at how he turns his hip into that leg kick.
Just misses there with the left.
Look at him working at trying to shut the liver down.
Oh! Lee's punch to the body is blocked, so no damage done there.
Beautiful strike.
Oh, outstanding placement as he lands the knee to the body. Again, the taller fighter making noise with a knee strike there. Slips. And that one certainly found the target.
Nice body. He has a commitment to kicking tonight, and it shows.
Slips. Oh, he just continues to pour it on. He has been aggressive all night long with his striking. Got to be careful here to not empty the gas tank. So far, so good, though, in this round. Lee's knee strike there is blocked, so no damage inflicted.
Came of inches right there, boy. Wow. It was a good night if that landed.
30 seconds to go. Lee gets touched by that leg kick attempt.
Back in the clinch, look for him to hang on his opponent's head and try to wear at his gas tank.
Oh, he lands another strike to the body, really starting to connect on a lot of shots to the midsection, and these will take their toll as this fight goes into the latter rounds. Timing his shots nicely here, champ.
He's doing a great job of mixing everything up and using a lot of diverse strikes.
All right, a lot of high-level highlights from that last round, DC. Take us through the replay.
If he fought like this, I would be comfortable entering him into a K1 level kickboxing competition. He's that good at finding and landing those kicks at will. He needs to continue to do this as the fight goes on.
All right, here we go as our next round gets underway. His strong leg packs so much power that even when he doesn't throw it full throttle, you see he's able to inflict damage. We'll see if he can keep it going here in this round.
He doesn't throw it full power, but even when he feints it, he draws out reactions from his opponents because they don't want to get hit with any more of those kicks. It's a sight to behold.
Punches in bunches, and he hasn't really shown any signs of slowing down here tonight. I'm not sure how much more his opponent can take.
Nice punch there. Look at the whip action that comes from him throwing that kick.
And he lands a kick to the leg now. Pretty good work on the feet tonight by Lee. And they separate. Not there.
Look at him chopping the wood. Chop the wood with those leg kicks.
Oh, big elbow. And he continues to work the body here. Oh, and he connects there. His hands look good tonight.
So fast. I mean, this guy has tremendous hand speed. Good jab.
Pinpoint accuracy on that kick.
No wind up, no tell, just a brutal kick. Big head kick.
Just missed with that right hand. Lee's strike attempt there is blocked. Just over 3 minutes to go now. Well, he's always working off of that jab. Nice jab there by Lee. 3 minutes to go in round 3. Oh, he's landed a high number of total strikes here in the latter stages of this fight. He's really picked up the pace and landing far more strikes than he did in previous rounds. Oh, he got that knee to connect to the body, and if you're the defensive fighter here, you got to make sure you don't eat too many more of those.
You cannot eat too many. You got to get the elbows inside, because otherwise he's going to land one that's going to shut everything down.
Well, you got to think he's going to enjoy watching this one back tomorrow morning. He has landed a ton of significant strikes, and really a guy who has been a monster in the gym, finally putting it together here in the octagon.
To go home and admire your work, it doesn't take till the next morning. He's going back to the room right now and firing up the video to look at beauty in action, and he was the one causing all the action. That's a big strike right there.
Oh, he got everything behind that kick. Oh! Oh, nice kick right there. Tell the masses how good that feels to get kicked like that.
Johnny doesn't. It doesn't feel good to get kicked like that.
Lee's got a big bruise starting to form on the right side of his body.
Right under the elbow, the body keeps landing.
Back and forth we go. Well done to catch the kick. We'll see what he can do with it.
Beautiful body kick. Beautiful punch.
Lee gets tattooed by that straight punch. And he landed the right hand there. Oh, shot to the body connects there. He hasn't really thrown too many body strikes in this fight, but now, as this fight goes on, he is not discriminating, working the body, and those shots are going to count. Oh, a little single collar tie there. Big right hook coming, it's blocked.
This is his game. He likes to control his opponent's posture with that collar tie and land those nice elbows around the guard. Nice straight punch.
He's able to slip the left there.
Oh man, head kick land.
Man, looks like he's trying to set records here, landing all of of these strikes. He is aggressive to a fault and really has been all night long as he continues to pour it on. Oh! What a fight so far! All right, so there's the horn signifying the end of the round. A stunner there with the head strike midway through. Nearly got him out of there for good.
Almost got him out of there. He hurt him badly. He had his opponent hurt real bad. Now his opponent's walking back to his corner. Everybody looks confused. They don't know what they're supposed to do to try to change the way that this fight is going.
You're looking great. You're winning this fight everywhere. This round, I want you to control the fight on the ground. I think you can get that submission from side control position.
All right, so next round underway here, and you got to admire the stamina that both of these guys still exuded towards the end of that round. Both men put a particular focus on their cardiovascular commitment in this training camp, and it's clearly paid dividends here tonight. We have two legitimately fresh fighters here as we hit this next round. Slips that left hand.
Look at him whip his hip into that kick.
Going to the leg kick now, and it's there. Nice job by Lee.
Beautiful body kick lands right under the elbow.
Straight right, he misses. Oh, here comes the kick. That one blocked by Lee.
Get off first.
Nice kick.
All right, let's go. Let's get those hands
Nice
going.
body kick right under the elbow.
Well, most fighters can't keep up this type of aggression and pace, but you don't have to worry about this guy. He hasn't really showed any signs of slowing down tonight.
Big knee lands to the body. Punch over the top. Nice leg kick lands.
Back to the leg kick now. That one's no good. Well, one got through. That kick was blocked. Lee gets touched by that kick there.
Oh, big head kick lands.
All right, so he lands a jab there. Pretty nicely done, DC.
You can really control a fight, just know how to fight behind your jab.
Under 3 minutes now to go in the round. All right, he'll engage in a single collar tie.
Ooh, what a head kick. What a punch. Leg kick. What a fantastic strike to throw at the exact right moment. He deserves this moment. Go finish his fight.
Winded up on the right there to no avail. Oh! Oh, straight right. Lee gets tagged with a kick now. Let's see if he can rally. Right hand upstairs. Single collar tie now.
Got to the clinch, controlled the posture, and lands some big knees from in close.
Lee gets absolutely punished by that head kick.
Look at the angle of that nice body kick.
Oh!
He needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent very bad.
Oh, big left. Oh!
Oh, no!
Oh! The jab followed by the right hand.
Dig and kick. And you hear the crowd react every time they come together because they understand the power that these guys are striking with. Beautiful body kick.
All right, he engages in a single collar tie here, and they separate. That's a really strong leg kick there by Lee. Trying to hammer that lead leg. Whoa!
Oh, he's hurt bad. He's hurt bad, John. He's got to press him. He's got to go chase that finish down now.
Oh, he might be out.
That uppercut landed.
Knee to the body. Oh!
He's done. He's done.
How about those 5 minutes? All right, so there's the end of the round, and the tide has officially turned. A huge head strike to stun his opponent. We'll see which corner can adjust here moving forward.
I mean, they've got to be celebrating. They've got to be happy. Everything's working. But the other side has to be concerned. They have to figure something out, make some sort of adjustment to try to change the tide of this fight.
Keep that pace up. Wow, I'm impressed. You really broke him down with your striking. Keep that going. The inside low kick is awesome.
Final round, ready? You ready?
Here we go, 5th and final round. Lee's head kick is blocked, no damage there.
Ooh, big shot lands.
His hands are down. Let's set up that high kick now.
Oh!
He's in trouble. He's hurt bad. Good stick. Way to hide that leg kick. Wow, he lands another leg kick.
Oh!
He's hurt. Serve him up. Go get him.
Wow! Oh! He's out!
Oh, my goodness. What a fight.
Just an absolutely gorgeous shot to spell the end for his opponent. Crowd is absolutely loving it. He gets the near-perfect land. I'm not even sure his opponent saw it coming, but just the way he drew it up here tonight, saw that little crack of an opening and barged right through it to get the knockout. Well, hard to perform much better than he did tonight. A huge knockout under the lights. They'll be talking about that one for some time.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Murgliata has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 3 seconds of round number 5. Declaring the winner by knockout, Bruce the Dragon Lee!
Well, we congratulate him on a huge knockout here tonight. He'll probably keep that smile while he's sleeping tonight after what he was able to produce here.
He's going to be smiling for a really long time. When you get a knockout like that, not only do you get the win, you also, most times, walk away with a $50,000 bonus check.